A while back I did a video about novel AI, and I was not very kind, I will admit, and I got a lot of backlash for that video, some of which was justified, I feel. There are still some things about novel AI that I'm not thrilled about, but they have made a couple of updates lately that have made me change my mind and actually made me go and purchase a subscription for it, because there's some really interesting things going on with novel AI, and they're definitely getting better. And then as well, if you write not safe for work things, so excessive violence or sex, this is the tool you are going to want to look at. So with that in mind, let's go take a deeper look at novel AI and whether or not it has changed for the better over the last month or so. So we're here in Novel AI. This is just the default story mode here. There are different modes in Novel AI, but this is the one you want if you are writing a book or a short story or anything like that. You want the story mode. Now, my biggest problem with Novel AI before was that it didn't really have a good way to prompt and to tell it where to go. It just sort of went wherever. And people in the comments did let me know that there is a way, if you can come here to like your memory here or the author's note, there are ways here that you can give it direction, but still the amount of control you have over that direction is extremely vague. And so I decided to test this. I brought in this chapter that I originally wrote with Pseudowrite, but it has been heavily edited by me, and I chopped off the ending to this chapter so we could use the last beat to try and recreate what I have there. So I put the entire beat that I was using in Pseudowrite, and I stuck it here under the author's notes. It says here that info placed here will strongly influence AI output. And then I put my style prompt here in memory so that it would have that. I don't really necessarily know if that's the best thing to do here. I haven't played around with Novel AI enough to really have a sense for its quirks, but we're just putting that there for now. And while you didn't have the option to prompt it before, you can now. And the way you do that is you just create a new line and you do a little curly bracket. And if you do that, it brings up this little line here. And this line is where you are going to input your prompt. Now, I'm not particularly, I don't need this to be particularly fancy, so let's just take the first sentence from this beat. Say, Lyra excuses herself from Alara, telling her that she needs to collect her thoughts before she's ready for the reanimation ceremony. Now, before we enter this in, I want to also just run over a couple of quick settings. First of all, you want to make sure that the AI model is set to Keira. This is their latest and most advanced model, and it's actually pretty good, right on par with Claude and some of the others. The language sounds really nice. And then here under AI module, I set this to General Instruct because this is kind of the default model where you're able to instruct it and tell it to go places. You can use Instruct with some of these other models. They have several here, but I just chose the one that I thought was going to give me the best results here. And then under config presets, these are just different presets on how it writes. I picked fresh coffee because it says this one handles instruct well, but I was also using carefree, which it says here is a good all-rounder. All of those things worked rather well for me, so I would use those again, but I'm just going to keep it on fresh coffee. The other thing you want to do is if you're up here on story, you see story advanced and then this like settings configuration icon here. Come over here and make sure it's set to the maximum amount of characters that it'll let you, which right now is 400 characters. One of the things that I still, it's not my favorite about Novel AI is that they don't have very long output. And for some people that would be okay. For me, I prefer a minimum of like 400 words. I'm actually beta testing another AI tool right now, which will give you 400 to 500 words per beat, which is awesome. And that's kind of how I prefer you do it. This one only does up to 400 characters at its maximum, which isn't a lot, but we'll just stick with it and we'll see how it does. So Lyra excuses herself from Alara. Let's see how this goes. Once we've got this how we like it, all we do here is hit send, and it should give us some text here. Now, it hasn't, so far I found that it's not that great at following my instructions. For instance, I have here in the memory that this should be first person past point of view. Now, maybe I'm doing something wrong here. I'm sure the commenters will let me know. Maybe I'll just add like style, something like that. Maybe that'll make a difference. But every AI tool is different. And, I got to remember that it took me a while to figure out the quirks of ChatGPT or of Claude too. So I'm willing to be a little bit more patient and figure this out here. And we're learning together. But I didn't really like this output, so it's actually really easy to just try again. And here's another thing I've noticed it's doing. So I put here, Lyra excuses herself with Alara, and then the output makes it seem like that already happened. So Alara says, of course, take all the time you need. And she hasn't actually excused herself yet. And so it's like it's reading this and assuming that's the text, and then it's moving on to say what happens after that. And this is, by the way, this is in beta, this whole feature. And so it's definitely, got some ways to go. And I'm not judging it at all for what it is right now because they're still working on it. But if we want, we can just run this again, see how it goes. It's not quite there yet. Let's try it again. The nice thing about all of their plans is you do get unlimited words, so you can just run this over and over again to see how it goes. I have gotten good results from this in my experimentation. We'll just leave it at this, and then you can always just add a sentence yourself. It's like, I'm going to go collect my thoughts, I said. And then, that sounds like a good idea. I'll see you later. So, and then from there, we could prompt it again to do what's next. We can delete the previous prompt here. Or we could just have it go wherever it feels like going. And there it goes on creating more text. Now, this isn't really following the author's notes here too well. So, unfortunately, I can't really speak to the accuracy of this tool. I'm sure it's something that they will get right in the future. But I will say this about it. I obviously can't demonstrate this here, but NovelAI is by far the best way to write not safe for work content. And so if that is something that you're interested in or that you write, that is something you might want to do here. A good process would be to write the majority of your text in Claude or ChatGPT or in Sudowrite. And then when you get to those moments where you really need that graphic violence or, sexual moment, you can put what you've written so far into here, write out the moment that you need with NovelAI, and then continue on with Claude. That would probably be the fastest way to write with AI and still have those not safe for work things, because if you're doing in these little chunks like here with NovelAI, it's going to take a while to write the entire book, but it does work really well for not safe for work content. The other thing I will note is that the quality of the actual text is really good, genuinely. I've been playing around with it for a little while, and it's great. I kind of wish it would be this good with some of the others, particularly ChatGPT. It doesn't have nearly the same amount of flowery language that ChatGPT does. And to be fair, I feel like most of these models a year from now will all be so good that it'll be hard to tell them apart. And it will come down more to things like, is it following my instructions? Which this one seems to be struggling with. But it does have actually really good prose. And it's really good at looking at what you've written before and following that context. The only difference between the pricing tiers, more or less, The only significant difference is how much context it can read. The other thing it does rather well is has this lore book. This was perhaps the first tool to have the idea of a lore book where you would like create an entry. Like you could put your characters here, your world building, your locations, and it will access that information only when it needs it. So you aren't using up much of your context window because you are putting more information in here. It's not going to read all of it every time that you write. It's only going to read what it needs at the time that it needs it. So that's really useful. So those are my updated thoughts about NovelAI. Ultimately, I think my biggest problem with it wasn't with the capability, because it does have really good models and it does do the not safe for work stuff. And now it has prompting so that you can guide it a little bit. I think my biggest problem with it originally was, first of all, they didn't really seem to understand who their target market was. They're supposedly marketing to authors, but there's so much of it that just didn't seem very useful for authors. Also, I found it very difficult to figure out how to use it. And a lot of people in the comments were making fun of me for not understanding what they consider to be basic stuff, but I am the target audience here. Most authors are going to have no clue how to play with all of the different advanced settings and everything to get it doing exactly what you want. And that's something that you really have to keep in mind when you're developing a software. There's a phrase in gaming which is easy to learn, difficult to master. And I think the best software follow that idea that it's easy to get started. But if you are a professional and you're using the program a lot, you can really dig deeper and get masterful output out of it. NovelAI has the potential to be that, but it needs to figure out a few extra things on how to make it easier for authors who have no technical skills to really just get in, dive in, and write. I find it easier to write with Claude, for example, and Claude isn't real. You have to learn a few things to write well in Claude, and that's kind of what my entire channel is about. Sudowrite is not necessarily the most intuitive program, but it is very clear who they are working for and who they are building that platform for. And NovelAI lacks a little bit of that. They are getting better, and so that's still, I'd say, my biggest criticism of NovelAI, but there's definitely some things that you can do. And if you write, erotica or anything like that, this is definitely one to get. But understand there's going to be a learning curve and you're going to have to figure that out. And there's not a huge amount of documentation either that is readily accessible. It really feels like this is kind of an underground club of people that have it figured out themselves, and maybe they've passed a lot of resources among each other on their Discord and things like that. I understand it's a very tight-knit community, and I can kind of see that from the way some of my comments blew up with my last video. But it needs to be more than that. It needs to be really accessible to just your 80-year-old grandma who wants to try this AI thing to write the book that she always wanted to write. You've got to walk people through like they know nothing. It's got some work to do there, but I'm pretty confident, just based on the number of updates they've had recently, that they could get there. And they've definitely made a bunch of improvements, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So those are my thoughts for NovelAI, and I'll see you in the next video.